everyone, this is your instructor Joy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your wonderful comments, questions and donations. A subscriber asked about how to work on the time signature 6/8. This violinist has been playing violin for 1.5 years and right now working on the flower duet. Such a beautiful piece. I'll play for you very soon. This is actually originally written for 2 sopranos. You might recognize. This violinist is wondering how one could work on time signature 6/8. So it sounds like this. And then there's a second voice that goes like this. Yeah, of course, I can't play both at the same time, but those are the first voice and second voice. In this case, first violin and second violin. You could play with other instruments. So time signature 6/8. Time signature is the one when you look at the sheet music, at first you will see a treble clef. And then you see sometimes sharp sign, flat sign, sometimes none. Those are called key signature that tells us what kind of key we are in, whether we have to make specific notes sharp or flat, and so on. After those clef, treble clef, and then sometimes sharp or flat, right after that you will see numbers, either 4, 4, or 3, 4, 6, 8, 2, 2. Sometimes you just see letter C, that stands for 4, 4. Sometimes you see this letter C and then a long line going through, that means 2, 2. What else? 12, 8, goes on and on. This time signature says what kind of notes are how many in one measure. One measure is between bar lines. Bar lines are the one that go stick between pieces. So in case of time signature 4, 4 means in one measure between those 2 bar lines, one measure you have 4 times of quarter note. So upper number stands for how many times, bottom number says what type. So 4 represents quarter notes. That's a dark circle with a stem. 2, 4 is, you're right, 2 times of quarter notes in a measure. So now 6, 8 means 6 times of 8 notes. Yes, you're right. So 8 notes are the one that's dark circle, the stem, it's got a little tail. When we have several of 8 notes, sometimes we just bundle with a line. That's still same 8 notes. So 6, 8, time signature 6/8 means we have in one measure 6 times of 8 notes. 6/8 time signature are often counted as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting 8th note as a 1 beat. Not always. Sometimes we do it as a 2 count in a bit, like 1, 2, like that, if it's fast. But for this specific one, this flower duet from Latme, because it's rather slow, we can count in 6, meaning we're going to count every 8th note as a 1 beat. But wait, Joey, 8th note has only half beat. Yes, but for this, when you see 6/8 or 12/8, whatever upper number, and 8 meaning 8th note is representing as a count, it is easier to, in this case 6/8, easier to count 8th note as a 1 beat, which means 8th rest gets 1 count, quarter note in this time signature of 6/8 gets 2 counts, 2 beats. 2/16 notes combined, which is 2/16 notes equals 1/8 note. So 2/16 notes combined makes 1 beat in this time signature of 6/8, which means each 16th note gets only a half beat in the key signature of 6/8. I know there are a lot of numbers, even I'm getting lost. So what I suggest to my students is to write down the counting. In this case, an 8th note, so you will write 1, you're writing counting first, and then there comes quarter note after. Then you would write 2, 3 right after, and then you tie it over to the next 4th beat. You write 4, and there's a 2/16 note, and then you write 5 on the first 16th note, and then the last 8th note you write 6 below. Like this, sit down, put your violin away, write down just the counting, knowing where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is. And then before you do on the violin, simply clapping while you count out loud. That helps a lot when it comes to working on rhythm. But because counting out loud in general forces us to count. Sometimes one might think, but I'm counting. But it's hard for us to count out loud while playing. Unfortunately, if you cannot count out loud while clapping or playing violin, that means you stopped counting in your head. You may have started, but if you somehow have a hard time counting out loud while you play, means you got busy with other stuff, so you stopped counting. That's why often we get out of rhythm, wrong rhythm. So put violin down for a second, write down the counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then in this case I'm gonna work in this part. But I wouldn't play right away, I just had to play for you so that you know which passage I'm talking about. So you would still leave your violin on the side. After writing the counting right below each note, you would do like this. I would like to have extra bar counting before you start clapping or playing, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It might feel like, oh, I feel like I'm back to elementary school or something, but it's okay. We all have to start sometimes, go back to the basics. I've been playing violin for 36, 7 years, 8 years, I can't remember. So for a very, very long time. And even yesterday, I still had to just sit down and just clap the rhythm, count and sing, just to understand the rhythm. So don't be shy about it. Sometimes a simple step, a little backwards, make you to make many steps forward. Just be a little patient, yeah? So once you're done clapping, you would do a couple more times. And then you would take your violin, do the same thing. Again, after you've done this one, at least clapping a couple times until you understood. Then same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you feel like you got lost but you can't remember where you got lost or where you stopped counting, then break it down to smaller bits. So I just played 4 bars. Instead of playing 4 bars, maybe play just 1 bar, 1 measure, or 2 maximum. But start those where you think that you stopped counting. Let's say in this case bar 3, a lot of notes. So let's see, again, count 1 extra bar ahead to prepare yourself the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you would do this one a couple more times until you get it. It would be a good idea for you to do a little slower tempo and then get gradually to the performance tempo when you feel like you're ready. And then when you started performance tempo and it's still not there, then slow down again, like this, back and forth. But when it comes to working on the rhythm, there is no other shortcut. So you just have to allow yourself to go a step backward and just simply writing down counting and clapping while counting out loud and play while counting out loud. It may feel very distracting at first, but just be patient. Trust me, I have tested many times on my students in my studio. It almost always, if not always, has a great success when it comes to fixing the rhythm. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Please send me your questions and check the description below. Thank you. Bye.